Yesterday was truly an honor. It was beautiful to see the Mongolian community come out with such pride, and it was absolutely beautiful. And this painting that is in front of me was gifted to the museum and was created by a young artist for the occasion. And this is, you will see some amazing artistry today. Before we introduce the musicians and dancers and the film, we have the great honor of having the Mongolian Consul General Urga here to say a few words to all of you. Welcome, Urga.
Dear distinguished guests, dear friends, it's my great pleasure to welcome all of guests, our friends, for the opening in the amazing, unique story of a girl whose dream is bigger than us. I am delighted to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the Asian Earth Museum and the staff for hosting Experience Mongolian special events at this amazing museum. Today we are going to screen a piece of art that shows an amazing event. This is a story of the girl who has dreamed becoming an eagle huntress where tradition kept and alive for thousands of years in the western part of Mongolia. Thanks to all our Klink, Jackson Nichols for sharing her story with us today. Oliver Klink has our friends for years. He has traveled extensively throughout Mongolia, from Gobi Desert to Dornot Steppes, from Altai Mountains to Hopskill Lake. And he has captured so many breathtaking photos and images. We are grateful for his contribution to promote our beautiful nature and its people to the rest of the world. It's my great pleasure to note this year we are celebrating 35th anniversary of establishment of diplomatic relationship between Mongolia and United States. I'm delighted to present this movie on occasion of the 10th year of anniversary of establishment of Consulate General of Mongolia in San Francisco. Once again, I welcome you to this exclusive premiere at Aimuldir solo Burkitshi. Thank you. Please enjoy.
Sanbano. My name is Bayramagana Punsik. I'm a Consulate General of Mongolia in San Francisco. My duty today is to announce and welcome the performance. But before that, I would like to actually just greet each other saying the Happy Nadam. I would like to just greet each other, please. Nadam means the celebration that we've been actually celebrating for thousands of years, and then the festival, it is a very beautiful festival. So go ahead and please greet each other, please. Say Happy Nadam. Very good. So we will have 3 different performances today. The first one is we will listen to beautiful sound of morin khuur, the horse fiddle, horsehead fiddle. I think you are very much familiar with this music instrument. So today's performer is the Aimuldir Zolkhu. He's not a professional musician, but he's been learning last like 3 or 4 to 5 years only. But he actually just plays greatly, and he will do his best today. The music piece is about the horse galloping. So I want you actually, I'm going to actually spoil a little bit. If you actually listen carefully, you will listen the horses galloping. So I want to welcome Aimuldir Zolkhu. Please enjoy. Thank you very much, Aimuldir. I think most of you know that morin khuur has only 2 strings made out of horse tails. But even though it has only 2 strings, you can actually play with the most complicated classical music. So next, we have 2 dance performances. The first one is called Mengat traditional dance. The dancer's name is Amona Zolkhu. She is a very talented girl. She's been actually dancing for 10 years. And she lived in America, in the San Francisco Bay Area for long enough, and she's been performing in all the Mongolian community events. And I would like to welcome Amona Zolkhu, Mengat traditional dance.
That was beautiful, thank you. The musicians and dancers that you're seeing today are with the Bay Area Mongolian Association, which is a nonprofit founded in 2003, and their goal is to preserve Mongolian customs and traditions abroad. But for now, we have the premiere of a film, and I wanted to introduce our filmmakers. And we're so pleased to be the venue for the premiere. Oliver Klink has studied physics and photography, and those were his catalyst for his love of light and complexity of our existence. As a fine art photographer, he travels the world to capture the intricacy of our ecosystems, our cultural changes, the environments we inhabit, and the insights into our world and ourselves. And our other filmmaker, Jackson Nichols, is a graphic designer and an avid documentary and fine arts photographer and videographer who seeks to reveal the magical moments that transcend the commonplace, defining the character and culture of a story. He recently exhibited his work at Carnegie Arts Center in Turlock, California, in conjunction with his documentary, Festa, a celebration of culture and faith. So we'll welcome Oliver in his Mongolian garb up to the stage.
Well, welcome everybody. Thank you for making the time to come and look at the premiere of our movie. This movie was supposed to happen, supposed to be screened in 2019. And things that are amazing that happened between 2019 and today, it gave me an opportunity to travel further into Mongolia and experience really what it truly means to be an eagle hunter. Now, you look at that culture of the eagle hunters, it's a very male-dominated society. So typically, the tradition is passed on from basically father to son, grandfather to father to son. But some families are basically trying to break the rules. And then in 2011, there is a photographer from Hong Kong that did photograph one of the first eagle huntress. Her name was A. Chopin. You might have seen that documentary, and he documented basically what it meant to basically be an eagle huntress. Now, you would said, so what am I doing different with that basically or film that I'm making? I want you to understand is the same way I understood how difficult it is to become an eagle huntress and to fight the world or tide that is against you. So we have that little girl that I met when she was 7 years old, Aimuldir. And then she's a prodigy. She's not scared of eagle. So at 7 years old, between 7 and 8 years old, nothing could faze her. I thought, he said, what is so difficult to become an eagle huntress? Now, until I got back this year, and then now she's about 11 years old, and you're going to see in a movie what her dream was initially at 7 years old to become an eagle huntress versus what the reality is. But that movie is a little bit bigger than just Aimuldir. It's basically a girl's ambition. It's how the girls in the entire world are making basically waves and basically breaking barrier that is unbelievable to us because we had basically so many opportunities. So enjoy the movie. Thank you to Jackson that was there with me. Thank you for those people that came to Mongolia and experienced that culture. And then after the movie, we'll talk more about what you think there. All right, thank you.
анхаараа явлаа.
So do you recognize this hat? So this was Aimuldir's hat when she was still in training. And you notice that her dad basically passed the hat, and then as soon as I left, is basically I got that as a gift from her. The other item that you saw during the movie is that little hood. You know, the hood it's to protect the eagle so the eagle doesn't turn totally crazy there. So when they put the hood on the eagle is in his own little space. And when they go hunting, is they are at the top of the mountain, and as soon as they remove the hood from the eagle basically scouts what is in the horizon and would actually just go and get that prey for the eagle hunters. So now, why does the eagle stay with the eagle hunters or eagle huntress? You notice that there's an imprint. So every time they're basically the hunters spit in the eagles is to just basically imprint. An eagle knows if I hunt, then I basically get food from my for the trainers. Now, that culture could really disappear very quickly. If the eagle don't reproduce, if all the eagle are captured, that culture will be done. So what the eagle hunters do, at the peak age of the eagle, which is about 7 years old, they actually release the eagle in the wild. So the eagle, and as the eagle was trained to hunt, then basically the culture can continue and so on. So the movie basically reflects those ambitions that she has, but with the challenges of life that she's basically facing. So based on the coloring of the movie, there is almost that peacefulness that Jackson and I wanted to basically describe. And then also for the viewer to think bigger than just Aimuldir. I mean, there's bigger concept based on the quote that we put in the movie there, right? If you look at those quotes, they are really important to understand basically what goes through the mind.
Jackson, do you? Oh.
So I'm Jackson Nichols. I'm the editor of the film, and we started out with the idea that we're trying to make a movie, but it didn't have a dialogue. And so, how do you do that? So we had a lot of video, and we wanted to tell a story, and so we kind of broke it up into 6 chapters. Each chapter sort of had its own heading, and each chapter had quotes, and so I came up with the idea of following the silent movie format, where you basically have a card, or basically a dialogue card, and then that would sort of explain what's happening with the next chapter, and then to also include a poem to go along with that to help give the impression or give more of an emotional feel to that chapter. And then basically the music was very important to carry that whole feeling across that chapter until we made to the next chapter. And then each chapter started with a freeze frame from the first part of the video, and then I darkened that so that you could get the text to read over the top of it, and then basically it would go into that chapter. So. But it was quite a challenge. In the beginning, we used captions just to sort of introduce what was going on, but after that, basically, we just used those dialogue cards and then let the movie run itself. So,
I strongly believe that the book that I made there, that Cultural Interaction, was the catalyst for that movie. And then we took a lot of the idea, the concept that I had in the book, making of that book, to basically retrace what the culture of eagle hunter is. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Especially impressed of his knowledge of eagle hunting and also Kazakh tradition. And thank you very much for that. So we have a closing dance. We have 3 beautiful girls, Enril Kombutorch, Echzaya Batmuch, and Amuna Zolhu. The name of the dance is Ochiting Wing, or if you literally translate it, Girl's Melody. We're about to say it. Enjoy.
Filmmakers.